What's up, Resident Evil fans? Yawin is here, and today's video we are going to talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Resident Evil 4.
So first of all, Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite game of all time. Ilang beses ko na siya nalalaro, like 100 times I guess. I don't know. I didn't count all of them, but my favorite game 100%. And now we're going to play the remake version of the game. I am so excited to see the very full detail of this game in March 24, 2023. So it's going to be awesome and very terrifying game comparing the original. So it's going to be great. And my reaction of this when I first saw the trailer, I cried a lot, very much. Seriously. No, seriously, I cried a lot. And I scream a lot. And I don't know if my neighbors hear me. Hindi ko alam kung narinig ako eh. So, sobrang ingay ko. Tsaka, and kakagising ko lang that time when I first watched and I wake up early. And grabe, nagising ako agad nung nakita ko yung trailer. Buhay na buhay ako. So the game will be re-engine again. The one who made Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake and Resident Evil 8 Village. So since those games I already played, it's very cool. Should I say my favorite game of all time is Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil Village. 3 is I have some of the issues there that it's not included in the game, so I might say it's good. Alright, it's not my favorite, and yeah. And now they are going to make Resident Evil 4 Remake, I'm so excited to see the game. And I hope the game is going to be way more cooler than the original one. So if you haven't watched the trailer, guys, let's watch the trailer again. Here we go. Oh yeah. When I first saw this, like, what? That is cool, okay. March 24, 2023, I guess. And now when I hear the background music, like this music, and the letter is R, it makes sense, like Resident Evil 4 does that music, just like in the beginning of the original. Yeah. It's cool though, how they made the opening. Yeah! Yeah! I'm so happy. I'm very happy about this game.
I've located Baby Eagle.
Yeah, we see the first look of Ashley. It's way cool. Beautiful now. Iba na yung dress niya eh. And look at Leon. Ginamit na jacket nung unang announcement ng RE4.
Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
Don Jose! Yeah, false. Oh my god! It's way terrifying in the original.
Receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Another game, yes. Another walkthrough game we're going to play
If I
soon.
could just forget what happened that night. The pain.
Pogi mo, Leon!
Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to. Ha! March 24, here we go. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now this is my initial thoughts about the game. So I will talk about this as best as I can. So here we go. If you guys have already watched the Infinite Darkness series in the Netflix, as you can see from the very beginning of the trailer, I think they used Leon model there, and I think it's not going to be a face model, I guess. But in the end of the trailer, he looks like Leon in the Resident Evil 2 remake design, on my opinion though. Next is the game will took place in midnight from the very beginning of the game. In the original, the game it took place in the morning, so it's going to be terrifying this time. So this is going to be exciting on how terrifying they are when you encounter the ganados from the very beginning. Now we see the first look of new red design of Ashley Graham. So based in the leak, Ashley is going to be helpful than the original. The original Ashley is very useless character that we have encountered in Resident Evil franchise. Yeah, I know. So maybe this time is going to be great and very helpful character in the remake. Sana. Next, we're about to see the first look of B. Torres Mendez, or aka the Big Cheese.
The Big Cheese? What?
So a lot of you were thinking that I think he's going to be the stalker in this game, and that is going to be amazing. Except Nemesis and Dimitrescu, they are not my favorite stalkers. May kulang kasi sa kanila. But Mr. X, anyway, we didn't even see his familiar face, but the design of him much looked like Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Next is we're about to fight Delago again, or the big fish. So good news is Re-Engine didn't remove Delago on this game. And as you can see here, Leon is unconscious after the fight scene of Delago. In the original, he is inside of the house after the fight scene, so I think that is the big changes of this game. That's good. So next is we might take a look at the ganados of the village. Don Juan. The very beginning of the game, now the way he looks right now is much more creepier than the original. That is amazing. The design improved and I think this is much more better. Yeah. His terrifying eyes is like infected looking and he has a long beard now. In the original, he is beardless, like para kakagaling lang sa shave. You know what I mean? And also Don Esteban and Don Diego. I'm not pretty sure if they are them, but yeah. The first look of Los Illuminados enemies, or cults should I say. There's nothing changes between the original, but yeah, I hope the red cult's the leader, I remember. I think we might going to see them in different designs. So I can't wait how terrifying they are in the remake, or maybe we might see them in the second trailer. And now we have a new enemy in this game, which is, I think it's an infected crow? The one who is chased by Ashley when she is running around in the village. It's big, terrifying, and very curious on how are they going to attack us. And of course, we see the new design of Ada Wong. She is now a spy looking than the original. In the original, he has a dress looking na parang kulang-kulang sa gamit na parang galing sa Cebu. You know what I mean? That's my opinion, okay? We didn't see the full face of Luis Serra, but the new design of him is he is wearing a jacket and of course his Red 9, one of the fans' favorite gun in Resident Evil 4. Even I love that gun so much. And now we might take a look at the first new looking village. It's way cooler than the original and I love it so much. Napansin ko sa una that houses is now cracked and destroyed, so maybe something disaster happened in the village before the infection started. On my opinion though. And you might notice the distance of the houses is way smaller than the original. On my opinion. We didn't even take a look at Sadler's full picture, but he reminds me the Hog in Resident Evil Village. And he has a new voice comparing the original. Masyado na siyang cultist voice here, pagka villainous, you know what I mean?
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
And now we have the new design of Los Illuminados logo. So I think they are not going to base in the original. And we've seen plenty of different design of the logo. But I'm not pretty sure if that's the logo, in my opinion though. In the original, they also have the same scene where Leon's showing the picture of Ashley to the stranger. In the remake, we now take a look at the new remodeled Ashley, which is kinda cool and amazing.
For what I saw in the gameplay of the remake, in the original, Leon has a pose where he lifts up his hands with handgun on the entire game. But in the remake, I saw something he is now resting his hand when he started lifting his handgun. Now that is much realistic than it looks, and it's kind of cool for me. In the previous Resident Evil remakes, Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, doors are automatically opened by its own, but in the Resident Evil 4 remake, going to be like in original? Alright, so for what we see in Resident Evil 4, I have the things that I've been worried about this game when it released. Is the game going to be longer than we expected like in original? I don't know about that because I think there's going to be big changes of the remake than the original, so I'm not pretty sure about that. Ayun yung inaalala ko sa lahat, yung game hours. So we wish lang natin na yung game is going to be longer. So sana like umabot ng 16 hours or kahit 15 hours, 14 hours, I don't know. Sana tumagal siya than the original. And I hope the game has more added challenges and more enemies, more bosses like in original. And now I'm comparing this game in Resident Evil 3 remake issue. Like hindi nila na-include yung clock tower and nemesis stalking. Like in Resident Evil Village, we only encounter Lady Dimitrescu stalking, but she has only less stalking than, I don't know, on my opinion, Nemesis and Dimitrescu is way that we didn't expect the stalking enemies. Mr. X is way cool stalker. So I hope in Mendes part, we're about to counter him as stalker. So I think he's going to stalk us in entire village. So I'm very excited if they do that. So looking forward to it. So that's it for my thoughts, comments, and my opinion of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So if you like this video guys, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. So I think gagawa na ako ng reaction video about sa next trailer ng Resident Evil 4. So I'll be seeing you guys, alright? Peace guys.